Hi, my name is Marco Calbello, and in this video I'll be demonstrating my code for problem 1, which is linear search for the lost baggage tracker. The purpose of this program is to help find which conveyor contains a certain baggage tag number. The concept used here is linear search, where we check each conveyor one by one until we find the baggage tag we are looking for. So let's start by understanding the code. First, the program asks for the number of test cases. Each test case represents one scenario of searching for a baggage tag. Then for every test case, we enter the number of conveyors, followed by the baggage tag numbers for each conveyor. After that, we input the tag number we want to search. The program then goes through each conveyor list using a for loop and checks if the search tag is inside that conveyor using the in operator. If it's found, the program prints which conveyor contains it. For instance, conveyor 2. Meanwhile, if the tag number is not found in any of the conveyors, the program prints not found. Now let's run the program. So as you can see, we have to enter the number of test cases that we want. So let's say we want 7 number of test cases. So here, we need to enter the number of conveyors that we want. So let's say for instance, we want 3. So here we need to enter the baggage tag number for conveyor 1. So for example, and for the conveyor 2, and lastly, for the conveyor 3. And then we need to enter the baggage tag number that we need to search for. For instance, 202. At this point, notice that the program does not show the result yet because it's still waiting for the next test case. So it only displays all results after all test cases have been entered. So now for the test case 2, let's enter the number of conveyors that we want. For example, we want 2. So same procedure for the tag numbers for the conveyor 1 and for the conveyor 2. And then the baggage tag number that we need to search for. For example, 99. Now for test case 3, same procedure, the number of conveyors that we want. For example, 3. Then same procedure. And then for the conveyor 2, and lastly, for the conveyor 3. And then the baggage tag number that we want to search for. So for example, 602. And then for test case 4, same procedure, the number of conveyors that we want. So for example, 4. And then the baggage tag number that we want for each conveyor. And then the baggage tag number that we want to search for. Like say for example, 1000. Now for test case 5, same procedure, the number of conveyors that we want. And then the baggage tag number that we want to search for. For instance, 77. And then for test case 6, for instance, the number of conveyors that we want is 3. So same procedure. And then for the conveyor 2, and lastly, for the conveyor 3. And then the baggage tag number that we want to search for. Let's say for instance, 9004. And lastly, for test case 7, let's say we want 2 conveyors. And then the number of each conveyors. And then the tag numbers that we want to search for. For instance, 500. So after we finish all the test cases, the program now processes both test cases and shows the outputs. So here are the final outputs. So as you can see, for the first test case, the output is conveyor 2, which means the baggage tag 202 was found in the second conveyor of test case 1. Now, for the second test case, it says the output that not found. As you can see, based on the test case 2, the number that we need to search for is 99. Since tag 99 doesn't exist in any of the conveyors, that's why the output is not found. Now for the third case, test case, it says the output is conveyor 2. So based on the test case 3, the tag number that we need to search for is 602, which found in the second conveyor 2. For the fourth test case, the output is conveyor 3. So based on the test case 4, the number that we need to search for is 1000, which found in the third conveyor. Now for the fifth test case, the output is not found. Based on the test case 5, the baggage tag number that we need to search for is 77. However, 77 doesn't exist in any of this conveyor. That's why the output is not found. For the sixth test case, the output is conveyor 2. As you can see, the baggage tag number that we need to search for is 9004. So as we can see, the 9004 was found in the second conveyor. And lastly, for the 7th test case, the output is not found. As you can see, the baggage tag number that we need to search for is 500. However, any of these conveyors, 500 doesn't exist. That is why the output is not found. So this shows that our linear search algorithm correctly goes through each conveyor, checks every baggage tag, and identifies where the item is located or if it's missing. So that's it for my demonstration. To summarize, this program applies the concept of linear search, which checks each conveyor until the target baggage tag is found.